diamond cause we living large. Brought a Rolex, a yacht with a gold card. You done lately, your girl wanna date me. Give her 3 or 4, and I'm straight, G.
Welcome to Credit Dynamics, Episode 3. This is a big one. This is an important episode for American Express cardholders and anyone who's looking to see if the Amex reward system is worth getting into. This is going to be my ultimate guide for understanding American Express membership rewards points. And also just a quick note, a ton of research goes into each episode. I like to be very thorough. So please, if you enjoy this content, like and subscribe if you find this content helpful. My goal is really to maximize the value of your hard-earned money. Thank you. If you're watching this because you're considering applying for an Amex card, you'll see just how valuable these points can be. And I'll be covering the best ways to maximize those points for the best value. And I'll be doing that on the most popular cards that earn those points. I'm making this video because in my research it seems many people who hold and even pay to hold Amex cards, they're not fully aware of how to earn and utilize American Express membership rewards points for their best value. So in this video I want to change that. The topics that we'll cover are the following: what cards offer points, how to check how many points you have earned, how to get bonus points, verifying the points that you have earned, how to check for earned points that are pending, and the best ways to redeem points. I also want to cover Amex Offers. This is an option often overlooked by cardholders. Most Amex cards will have offers with quick savings. Some are great and can really offset the annual fees. For example, one of my cards and an authorized user on my account added a small business offer for $5 off of each transaction at a small business, up to $50. So together we saved $100. I also had an offer for a $100 credit on Dell.com. It was spend $100, get $100 off. So I bought an SD card, it was $110, so with that offer it only cost me $10. So we'll take a look at how to access those offers as well. Now, talking about credit card points can tune people out because they hear things like 100,000 or 200,000 points, and it's like, well, that's worth pennies, so it's not worth my time to get invested in that whole process. And I'm sure some people who make a ton of money may think that collecting points might be hardly worth their time. Spending money on flights and hotels is irrelevant, but honestly, it's even more beneficial to them. My buddy, for example, spends $100,000 to $200,000 a month, and he's quickly earned over 1.2 million points. That's roughly $25,000 just for the money that he needs to spend anyway. So with all those points, he can get really nice 100,000 point flights easy and save a ton of money. But shout out to him, he's actually about to get the black card. He's doing it really big, so good for him. But points for someone like him, could be a nice bonus to the money that he spends anyway. But for the rest of us with average American spending habits, I think the system is even more important to maximizing the value of our money. I know I'm rambling here a little bit, but before we really get into it, hear me out for a second. There's a lot of hype about cards out there like the Citi Double Cash that gives you 2% back on everything. And yes, that card has no annual fee, but I say big whoop, who cares? The Amex Gold, for example, is a far better card and it has an annual fee, but it's pennies in comparison to the benefits you get. Now, let me show you why. According to Fool.com, the average American household spends $4,464 on groceries and $3,459 on restaurants and takeout annually. That's a huge chunk of people's annual spending. Now, if you bought all that on the Citi Double Cash card and you earn that 2% cash back, that's $158. Well, if you bought all that on the Amex Gold card, which earns points that can match 8% cash back, and you've earned $633. So yes, it's points, not direct cash back. But the idea is you're going to be using these points on things that you would be spending your cash on anyway. So what's the difference? Well, some people do like direct cash back, and I get that. But for a much better return, I think it's worth taking a look at. If you're ever going to be buying a flight or a hotel room again, then trust me, this is the way to go. So starting with the cards that earn points is the Amex Gold, the Green, the Platinum, the Preferred, Everyday, and Blue. Each card earns a certain amount of points on specific categories of purchases with different multipliers. Some have an annual fee and some don't. Now, the cards with an annual fee offer much better point earnings. I won't go into each card in this video because that would just take too long, but I'll show you how they earn points, and then you can look these cards up and decide which categories best fit your needs. I want to focus more on the point system here, so let's use the popular Gold card for example. This card will cost you $250 for an annual fee. Now, applying for this card right now gives you a welcome offer of 60,000 points if you spend $4,000 in the first 6 months. Now, usually that's about 35 or 40,000 points if you have a certain amount of spend in the first 3 months. So this is a really good offer. Each card has a different offer and they change frequently, so you want to look out for good offers. Also, ask for referral links from friends that might have an Amex card, because sometimes that will give you a better offer as well. The value of each point varies based on what you cash it in for. That's what we're going to look at here today, how to search for the best return in value. But for easy reference, we'll give each point a 2-cent value. You can get a better value, you can get a worse value, more or less than 2 cents per point. Travel redemptions range from around 1.7 cents per point to 2.3 cents per point. So we'll stick with the 2 cents per point for easy math. Now, travel redemption will often result in the best return for value for your points. You can get gift cards, you can get you can credit your account with cash back, you can pay with your purchases using your points, you can buy products, things like iPhones. There's a ton of options available. But to really maximize the value of having an American Express card, you should stick with redeeming your points for travel. Now, with that welcome offer of 60,000 points at 2 cents per point, that's $1,200. Now deduct the $250 that you'll spend on the annual fee, and you're still up $950. But the value can actually be far greater than that if the card is used correctly. Now, the Gold Card offers 4 times points on supermarkets and restaurants. Remember, the average household cost for food in America is $7,923. If you use this card on all meals and groceries, that would be 7,923 points times 4 at 31,692 points, just for buying something that you have to buy anyway. So remember, at 2 cents per point, that's $633, like we mentioned earlier. So now you've earned that $1,200 minus the $250 annual fee. You're up $950 plus $633 for food, and now you're at $1,583 after the first year. Let me say one more thing about the value of these points real quick. If you spend $100 at a supermarket and you get that 4x points, you get that 400 points at 2 cents per point, that's $8, which is 8% of the $100 that you just spent. So that's why I consider this card to be the best card for buying food. That, along with a ton of other credits that you'll get, and we'll go over that in a second, but 8% is really good. Now, you also get 3x points on airfare with flights booked directly with the airline or on amextravel.com. Now, the average household spends 2% of their annual income on vacations. But right now with the pandemic, I don't think it's really fair to include this as a benefit. But if you do think you're going to travel in the next year, then you can take that 3x points and figure out what that value is for you. But again, we won't count that right now. But assuming you might take at least one trip in 2021, the current cardholders get a $100 airline credit for things like luggage fees, exchange fees, food on the flight. So we'll at least add that. So that's $100, and now we're up to $1,683. Now, you also get a $120 in dining credit when you dine at places like Grubhub, Seamless, the Cheesecake Factory, Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, and some Shake Shack locations. Now, you would get $10 each month in statement credit if there was a purchase with the Gold Card at any one of those companies. Some people criticize this credit as a waste because there's delivery fees and surcharges, and they say it's overpriced. But in my opinion, I find the prices on Grubhub are fine. They're about the same. And I order from restaurants usually that are out of my delivery zone, or they don't deliver themselves. Anyway, to me, it's beneficial. I think it's a good value. Now, I think you have to make that opinion on your own, using your eating habits and spending habits, but I consider it a great value, and I use it, so again, that's money I would have spent on my own anyway. So now let's add that all up. We're at $1,683 plus $120, and now we're up to $1,803 in year one. Now, come 2021, when the new year starts, we'll get an additional $120 credit in Uber Eats credit. And I'll definitely use that because I use it now with my Platinum card, which gives me a $200 in Uber Eats credit. Also, Amex just gave us a free Uber Eats pass, which is like free delivery, and there's discounts on each delivery. So, that's worth $120. I just got that, plus I have the $200 credit. I just used it last night and, saved like $23. Saved the delivery fee and $15. So let's add that Uber Eats credit, and now in year one, we're at $1,923. Now That's after the $250 annual fee is deducted. So now come 2022, they have stated that the airline credit is actually going away. So you won't get that, and you won't get that one-time welcome offer. So we'll deduct the $100 and the $1,200, and we're at $623 in year 2. So in the first 2 years, you've spent $500 to hold this card, but you've earned roughly $2,546. Now again, that's on average because you really need to see what you spend on food to really determine the value that you're going to get. This is based on the national average of groceries and restaurant spending. But this card is a way to be smart with your money. We all want high interest savings accounts and high return investments. Well, why not get a huge return on the money that we actually spend? Now obviously you have more expenses than food, so that's where multiple Amex cards can come in. I have 3 that I keep on me daily for my daily spending habits. I use each card, I try to maximize each card's strengths for earning points. Now, just like the gold card, other Amex cards have offers and credits as well to offset that annual fee. Platinum card, for example, has 5x points on travel, $200 on Uber Eats credits, $240 off of things like a cell phone bill and streaming services, $100 off of Saks Fifth Avenue, $200 off of airline credit, lounge access, airport lounge access. Again, each card has different perks to offset that annual fee, so you need to check each card and see what services that you would use. I'm focusing on the gold card here because everybody eats, and I think it's the best card overall that everybody should have. So that $250 annual fee will cover great benefits like access to Amex Fine hotels, baggage insurance, extended warranties, purchase protection, many more. I'm actually going to do an in-depth review on a lot of these benefits, so look out for a video on that when I do my review of the gold card. So now let's fast forward and say you've earned a bunch of points through the welcome offer, shopping, maybe you referred a couple people and you got some bonus points for that, and now you're ready to cash them in after you've racked up a bunch of points. So let's log on to the American Express website and I'll show you how to do that. I'm going to show you how to check and verify all these points as well. The home page will default to any of the cards that you might have. You can click through the cards at the top to flip through if you have more than one. Let's pick the gold card. Always read these offers. I just had an offer that I used. It was refer a friend and get plus 3 points on each transaction for 3 months. That's on my platinum card. I didn't use it on the gold card because I actually already maxed out my referral bonuses. But if I did use it on that card, I would be getting 7x points for each purchase instead of that 4x points. Now, using that same math from earlier, that would be 700 points, which is $14, so that's 14% return. So always look for those offers. Also check for special referral offers midway down the page. I think referral offers are huge with Amex. They do top out usually around 55,000 points that you can earn, but one referral can give you up to 25,000 points. And if you're keeping track here, that's $500 for referring someone. So this might even be a good video to send somebody along with a referral to show them how beneficial this system can be. Let's cover Amex Offers real quick. These change all the time and can possibly save you a ton of money. Save on things like HBO Max. You really need to look at these on your own because they are specific to you. Some people have offers that others don't. But all you have to do is click Add to Card. I mentioned that $100 Dell credit offer that I had earlier. Well, I also had a 1 extra point offer on Dell.com as well. So I added both of those. And when I spent that $110, I got $100 off and an extra 110 points. So keep an eye on these. They're at the bottom of the screen on a phone app. And also, if you like wine, for whatever example, there's a ton of wine offers. Let's go back home and you'll see where it says Membership Awards Points. Click on Explore Points, and these are your options. Cover charges. I wouldn't do that personally. That pretty much gives you about the worst redemption value. Pay with points at checkout. Here you can link your card to these online stores and you can use your points to buy products at the checkout. You can get about 0.7 cents or so per point here. Gift cards. You can do the math here. You can see what the value is. Each card is a little different. You can see this Bath & Body Works card is giving you 1 cent per point. Book or upgrade travel. That goes to amextravel.com. This can give you about 0.7 to 1 cent per point, so that's getting a little better. Transfer points, that's the big one. That's the one that we're going to come back and look at in a second. And go shopping online. This is an online American Express catalog. You can use your points to find products. Sometimes there's bonus offers that give you a little bit better value. You can sometimes find value between 0.5 cents to 1.5 cents if you're really lucky and if you can find some good deals. So I suggest ignoring a lot of those options if you can and use your points in this transfer points section. Once you press it, look for these featured offers. This can give you a great value for your points. So press view all. This is where you can exchange your points for valuable airline points and miles. You can see each transfer rate differs for different airlines, and each airline has their own points and miles system that they have their own value of points or mile on their own, separate from American Express. It's this exchange from Amex points where you want to get creative and understand the value of transferring the points. So just like any time you're searching for a flight, obviously off-peak travel times and certain days, different airlines from different hubs result in different deals. So that goes for the same with these points as well. They change, they go up and down in cost just like a flight does. I want to show you this website, thepointsguide.com. Once you understand this process of transferring points and how that works, I suggest looking at the many articles on this site. A lot of them will show you how things like using airline partners, for example, will get you a better deal. For example, getting a United flight on the Avianca website, because that's an alliance partner of theirs, and that might result in a better deal. Also how exchanges into expensive first class flights with airlines like Emirates or Etihad can get you up to around 10 cents per point in value. Let's use an example I have here, which is a Delta flight. It's from San Diego to Seattle. Let's pick those same dates and see what that cost. So you can see this is 10,000 points. That's 5,000 points each way. It doesn't show what the cash price was at the time, but let's see what that would cost right now. Okay, so $214. Let's see what they are asking for points right now. If we just go back and select miles, okay, so 12,000 points. That's pretty close to about 1.8 cents per point. That's obviously not the best deal you can find, but that's how you would check on Delta anyway. If we took that 60,000 points that we earned at 1.8 cents per point, we'd still earn $1,080. That's still a pretty good return. Last time when I was checking for points, I was looking at trips to Aruba and Cancun, and they were around 2.3 cents per point. Maybe right now, it's hard to find the best deals because of all the travel restrictions. So for me, I'm just banking my points right now till travel gets a little bit cheaper and all the deals come back. I also suggest going to all the airlines that you might use and create a membership profile. You'll start to get emails with deals and bonuses for miles. I've seen 50% off point return from Air France. That's where you can really get a really good return on your points. But more importantly, you'll need to exchange the Amex points from Amex into that profile. Now, finding the exact best flight to maximize the value of your points, that's a whole nother video on its own. But there's a ton of tips and tricks out there. For example, like we said, instead of going on United.com, go on one of their foreign sites or a partner like Avianca or ANA. Also Google, mile deals and secrets. There's many sites dedicated to finding deals out there. So check them out and benefit from their research. So you just seen there's flights out there for 5,000 points, 6,000 points each way. And your miles and points can really take you on a ton of free trips. But you can look at it another way too. If you really don't want to get huge into collecting miles and points, you just want to score a couple cheap trips, open up an Amex Delta Gold Card. $0 annual fee for the first year, earn up to 60,000 miles or so, whatever their welcome offers are, and you can see you get yourself a free trip somewhere, but it's an easy way to earn a free trip just for spending the money that you probably need to spend anyway. So this is the best way to spend your points and maximize the value of each point. Obviously that wasn't the maximum value that you can get for the example that we showed, but you can see how to check for the best value, how to calculate the cost, and once you decide if that's the ticket that you actually want to get, Now you're going to exchange these points into that miles program from American Express. So let's go back to the Amex site and back to that travel partners. And now we're going to select Delta. And because you'll create a membership login profile, you can now log in to Delta from Amex. That flight was 12,000 points, so we would exchange 12,000 Amex points into Delta Sky Miles. This is why you need to find which flight you want first, because once you exchange them out of American Express into whatever program that you exchange it to, they're stuck in there and you can't get them back into Amex. Okay, so now that you understand how to redeem your points, hopefully I still have your attention, because now I'm going to show you how easily you can rack these points up. We're back at the Membership Rewards homepage. If you click on your points total, this is where you can see what you're earning. Also, I like to verify the points that I'm getting, especially from special offers or things like referrals, for example. Anything that you want to check, you can check here. This is also going to show you pending points that are available as statements close. So let's take a look at my transactions for October. The star means it was earned from a special offer. The 4X would be from the gold card. 2X would be from my blue card. A 5X would be from travel from platinum. It all depends on which cards you have. If there's initials next to a purchase, that purchase was from an authorized user on your account. I suggest adding a wife or a husband, someone you trust obviously, to your account. If you're both working at this together, your points will increase just that much quicker. But sticking with the gold card, it's food related, so we have a purchase here for McDonald's. That's $4. 4X, we got 16 points for that. Outback Steakhouse, used by my authorized user on a different card, $16, rounded up to $17. And we have 4X, so we have 68 points for that. Now on the right, we have another option to look at for points. This is showing the Platinum card. We haven't used it on airfare yet, so we have 0 points. I bought hotel rooms on Amex Travel, so I got points there. Points on other purchases are just 1X points, not in bonus categories. And bonus earned was referrals and things like the offer on Dell that gave me that 1 extra point. Also referral offer, that's given me 3X points on each purchase. So these can add up really fast. So let's switch to the gold card. By changing the cards up at the top, it changes for that card. You can see the points earned for restaurants, supermarkets, bonus points. Let's look at my other card, Business Blue. That earns 2X points. I have 3 point earning cards because I use them for different needs and different purchases to maximize my spending habits. For example, why would I buy gas with the gold card for 1 point when I can get 2 points per dollar on this card? You can also go in depth for each card, each user, to see what they're spending, what they're earning. So now you know how to earn points and how to redeem points. But let's go a little bit further and I'll show you why these Amex cards are much better than the competition. First off, customer service is widely considered the best. Better Business Bureau gives Citi an F. Chase gets a B-. American Express gets an A+. Speaking from experience, I've actually called a couple times and the customer service was excellent. I've had to call Citi just recently when an account was opened in my name, and it was an absolute nightmare trying to get that resolved. It literally took me like 30 phone calls. So along with the points and credits, American Express offers great benefits in other areas that they vary from card to card, but let's look at that as well. Click on the benefits at the top and we see dining credit, no foreign transaction fees, $100 hotel credit, $100 airline credit, travel service, upgrade offers, credit checks, travel discounts, rental car protection, Amex experiences. That can get you access to VIP tickets for concerts and certain events. Shop Runner gives you free 2-day shipping on a bunch of websites. Baggage insurance, trip delay insurance, purchase protections, and warranties. When I do my card reviews, I'll go a little bit more in depth in each of these, but for right now, for more information, check out Ask Sebi's channel. He has a great channel that covers a lot of these benefits in great detail. I'll link to those in the description below. So let's take a look at the Platinum offers. 5X points, $100 at Saks, Uber credits, Fine Hotels access, Airport Lounge access. That's the big one. That's why you want to get this card if you travel. For example, if you want a Delta Sky Miles Lounge, that's $850 a year, and this card only costs $550 a year. So, it's kind of a no-brainer. You also get access to American Express lounges, Priority Pass lounges. That value is far greater than $550 if you travel. $200 airline credit, hotel upgrade status for Hilton and Marriott. You can get things like early check-in, breakfast, upgraded rooms, late checkout. Again, check out Ask Sebi's channel for a ton of content on that. Amex concierge service, $100 hotel credit. Amex will pay your TSA pre-check. Amex preferred seating, private jets, even better trip delay service, warranties, cancellation service, insurance. You also get a free subscription to Departures magazine. So you see, there's a ton of benefits of why you might want to buy things on this card. Even if it is for 1x points, things like extended warranties and purchase protection can go far beyond the value of the points. Why pay extra for a cell phone protection plan when you can get on this card for free? So obviously you got to read the fine print and the warranty and make sure it covers the things that you need, but you see what I'm saying? So I want to end it there because this video is getting a little long and most of you are already probably tuned out by now. But just so you understand, you can go much deeper into these point redemptions, do some additional research. I think 2 cents per point is a pretty good goal to meet. Also, this video took me a ton of time to create, so please like and subscribe if you want more content like this. I like to be very thorough and help out the best way I can. My name's Craig, so please leave some comments down below. Tell me what cards you have. What do you think of the Amex Membership Rewards program? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in episode 4.
From the ghetto, ain't no limit, cause we living large. Brought a Rolex, a yacht with a gold card. You done late, and your girl wanna date